We are less than 1 month away from the third and final Black Girl Black Dress dinner party. It's meant to celebrate the power and potential of Black women through connection and community. Joining me now is the executive director of the organization, Brandy Nellows. Good morning, Brandy.
Good morning, Will.
Well, first of all, let's go ahead and talk about how did Black and Bloom start for you?
So Black and Bloom was started in 2006, coming out of COVID, with the epidemic of loneliness and isolation that was declared by the U.S. Attorney General. My then partners and I just knew that we had to think of a way to bring Black women together in Charlotte. And so we united under the pillars of COIN, economic empowerment, community, investing where you live, work, and play, and connection, bringing women together like-minded to find friends. And so we bloomed here in Charlotte in 2006.
And I was gonna say one of those things is the Black dress event, Black Girl Black Dress event.
Yes.
And it's gone on a couple of years. So
Yes.
talk a little bit about this year coming up.
Yes, so this is the third and, as you said, final year for Black Girl Black Dress, which became the marquee event, bringing together all three of the pillars. It's an opportunity for women to come together around a shared table, share a meal, connect inside that room, and then take those connections outside of the room.
And we're seeing some of the video there, so many smiling faces, so many
Yeah.
happy people and vendors and everything else. When you look at this, have you or the women attending the event seen more of a connection, more of a community? Has it really built up since you started the event?
Absolutely. So going into year three, or I should say coming out of year two, so many people have met new friends, new business partners, have talked about new opportunities, new jobs. We have fitness besties that have come out of this. We have friendships of mommy sisters now with kids who have play dates. So this has always been about connection. It's always been about sharing new spaces and making new friendships. And certainly that comes out of these meetings.
Oh, with that, when doing that, what was the call from the women? Because it seems like there was that time that they really needed the connection. I know we talked about the pandemic, everybody was sitting at home, and this was really that time for them to get out, right?
It was. So really there was the national call of the Attorney General who said, listen, we're in an isolation and loneliness epidemic. There was what I felt personally. So I am a two-time transplant. I moved here from Akron, Ohio in 2015. Then I went to your hometown of Seattle, Washington in 2019. And when I moved back here, I could feel that there was a lot of separation. You hear a lot of people talk about the disconnection that they may feel in such a transplant-heavy city. And so this was an opportunity to bring women together. We have recent data from the World Happiness Report that says 1 in 4 Americans are eating all of their meals alone, and that disconnection is just as connected to our emotional well-being as whether or not we're employed and how much money we're making. So if you think about those things being low and us being unhappy, the compounded nature of all of that means we need to be sharing more meals together, we need to be celebrating together. And so that call was coming from inside the house, myself as a Black woman. And if I have the opportunity to answer that for myself and my community, I'm going to do it. And Black Girl Black Dress is my solution to that.
Yeah, and it's been really great. I know some friends actually who has attended the event as well. But we say it's the final event, but I mean, maybe the final event, but I know you've got some other stuff going on, Brandy. What else do you have coming up?
There is a lot to come under a different name. The most important thing for me right now is that the women who come to the third and final Black Girl Black Dress on August 30th take the connections that they make at this table and in this space and continue those outside of that moment. So yes, we create the table, but what happens when you exit those doors? Get the phone numbers, get the Instagram handles, and take those connections into new spaces beyond the table. So beyond the table is what's next.
Yes, be on the table, build your own table, bring some more people on. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the event one more time. Black Girl Black Dress Dinner Party, Sunday, August 30th. It's over at Griffith Hall, and that's over at Lenny Boy Brewing, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are still available, and we'll go ahead and link that on qcnews.com. You got to be 21 or older, of course.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.